My name is Damon Hayes, born and raised in the LC Valley. Been going to school for a little while, kind of living off financial aid, working odd jobs, trying to make ends meet, supporting my passion for riding. It is a 1996 Honda CBR 900RR. It's, as far as I know, the 900RR was pretty much the first leader bike in a 600 frame, so it's like a 400-pound bike with a 900cc motor. It was pretty much the baddest bike at the time. It still really is like one of the best bikes for stunting. Like it's like the bike to have if you want to stunt, do nose wheelies or wheelie or any stunting, because of the way that the engine's designed. The oil pickup is set to the rear, so if you're wheeling, it's able to keep sumping oil through it, and it's just the optimal bike for stunting. It's just the design, the engine design, the balance, everything. And it's not a bad track bike either, but it technically wasn't designed for track. It was strictly like a street bike. They never actually raced this bike. Actually, in high school, a buddy of mine had bought a bike, and we used to trade my car for his bike, and I rode around town. I didn't really know much because I'd never really ridden bikes before, and then I actually wrecked it, and I felt pretty bad, so I kind of quit wanting to borrow it, and kind of gave up on the whole bike thing. And then like 5, 6, 7 years later, my buddy bought a bike, brand new 03 R6. It's a pretty sweet bike, but I mean the best bike I'd ever ridden at that point. And he used to let me borrow it, and I rode around for a while and started meeting a bunch of other people that had bikes, and basically I just progressed to the point where I basically needed to buy a bike, or I was going to be left at home not riding while my friends are out having a good time. Why is riding so important to me? It's a toughie. Because it's freaking badass. I don't know what you want me to say. The freedom, I guess. But there really isn't freedom, because every time I ride, I'm pretty much afraid I'm going to get in a wreck, or there's that chance, you never know when it's going to happen, and or the fact that you could go to jail for driving like a madman out there by get seen by a police officer. You're pretty much going to go to jail, the kind of riding that we do. So I guess it's fear. I think I'm kind of limited to what I can do, because I mean my bike is not designed to fall over, so if it falls over, it's gonna get fucked up either way. So I kind of stay away from circle burnouts, or any like crazy wheelie tricks like 12 o'clock tricks, because I don't want to scrape my tail to the ground. But I can wheelie and do nose wheelies and pretty much rally any mountain road with the best of them. That's really the foundation of my tricks. I mean, I think that I could do a lot more if I was on a bike that I wasn't afraid to drop, but I don't want to drop my bike, so I'm pretty careful about what I do on it. There's a lot of disrespectful Harley riders out there. I don't know if they're like the real deal. They're actually riders and they just love riding, or they bought a Harley because of the image behind it. Like, I know that it's the new thing for middle-aged people to buy a Harley. It's kind of like the boat was 10 years ago. Buying a boat. I got a boat. I'm cool. Now it's I got a Harley. I'm cool, right? But I mean, I don't know how many times I've waved at Harley guys on the road. I don't know if they're new guys or old guys or what, but they don't even have the decency to wave back to a fellow rider. I'm on a street bike. Probably, in their eyes and probably most of society's eyes, we hate Harleys more than they hate us, but I'm waving at them, and they don't have the respect to wave back. They're 30, 40-year-old men or women at that, and I don't know, I think that blowed up population of these yuppies buying Harleys is kind of giving me a sour taste for them. So my opinion on them are, if you're a rider, and you should friggin' respect riders. And the ones that don't, sell your bike, because you might get hurt. The fastest I've ever been, top speed wise, on my bike, it was 175 miles an hour. And actually, at 170, my I had my head down pretty low, but I could still see over my windscreen. And I actually had to put my chin and my helmet to the tank of my bike in order to gain that extra 5 miles an hour over 170. So that's the fastest I've ever been on my bike. But the fastest I've ever been is on my buddy Josh's new bike. He's got a 2006 Yamaha R1, and I had that put up. I was doing 182 one time when we were riding. I could have went faster, but I just kind of ran out of room. And but as for like, I mean, honestly, like I'm at 160 a lot of the time, passing cars 160 miles an hour. That's not a rare thing for me. But for the most part, I'm not really watching the speedometer to know how fast I'm going. I'm just doing what my body and what the bike and I as one feel it can handle. I pretty much try to push the limits the whole time. When I'm riding with a group or something, when I'm riding aggressive, you know. Of course, I'm not doing that through town all the time. You know, I have some limits and standards there, but like when I'm out rallying it as hard as I can, I'm pushing it to the max. I wouldn't say I'm obsessive about my bike. I mean, it is in my living room. I mean, that way I can keep it clean and it stays warm. I guess I have a garage, but it gets cold out there. You know?